now listening to 3 Quirks and a Turk at 89.3 FM.
This is my station.
Action.
It's just insane and I love it.
Entertainment.
Hey guys, it's Selena Gomez.
Hey, this is Ed Sheeran.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Swift.
Entrepreneurs.
You need to learn this business, and this is the time to do it.
And empowerment.
Become an insider, so you have to know the rules before you get in the game.
It's Friday.
I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday.
YB Moody, shake that booty and tune in to the voice of the continent.
Miss Valentina, what do you think of this weather, hey?
This weather is terrible.
It's terrible.
It's spring and then it's cold winter.
I know. I come back from my 35 degrees country, like a beautiful country in Vietnam, and I come back here and we're like 19 degrees, and I'm shivering my bottom off.
Yeah, it's too cold for you.
It is so cold. It's
That's
so
a
cold.
massive transition for you.
And also this weekend, it is the King's Weekend. Are you planning to party? Are you planning to have a barbecue, Valentina? Or what are you planning to do this weekend?
No, I'm going to do nothing.
You're going to do nothing?
I'm going to do nothing.
You're going to sleep in?
I want to sleep in.
Have a
do
shandy
nothing.
in breakfast?
Oh, always.
Breakfast
That's
on
every
your
day
bed?
for me.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Rub
That's
it
a
in.
lie.
Here we go. I have to talk to your future husband about that to see
Okay.
whether there's any truth to that.
My current partner accepts
Yes,
it.
yes. So did you girls miss me?
Did we miss you?
Yeah, did you miss me?
No, not at all. Not one bit.
Oh, come on. Where's the Turk spirit? Where's the 3 Quirks and Turk spirit? You would think we
Why
miss
would
you a
we
long
miss
time.
you? Oh, yeah.
I was
No,
working.
we don't miss you, but we love you long time.
I will love you a long time. You know, this week has been an amazing week. It's an amazing journey. We just want to share a bit more about what's going on around, and we love the fact that we're bringing so many people who are running their own business, authors, people who are passionate about what they do. And
making a massive impact in the world, right? Because it takes a lot of guts to actually...
Correct.
I want to make a change.
Correct. And a lot of people, what I've noticed, they talk about they want to make a change, but whether they get off their backside and do that, that's a different story, right?
100%.
Okay, so today we've got someone who talks about it, and she got off her backside and she decided to do something about it.
She's making a massive impact.
So shall we invite Vinisha to join the 3 Quirks
Welcome
and Turk?
to the radio.
Thanks for having me.
How are you, Miss Vinisha?
I am good. How are you?
I am good. I love your branding straight up. You know, you walk in with a black suitcase and you turn the other side and it's all sticker.
Yes.
Where's the concept come from, Vinisha?
The briefcase?
The briefcase.
So it's when I started working in tech 4 years ago. It reminded me so much of working within sci-fi. So I grew up with a lot of science fiction. So Stargate, Star Trek, Star Wars. So the original binge watchers. And it reminded me a lot of my dad, who used to carry a briefcase. And he passed away 16 years ago.
Wow.
So thank you. So he never saw me work. I just finished uni when he passed away. So within 4 months, he was 50 years old. So it's really one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. And so when I started working in tech, it just reminded me that he would have loved this space. He was an accountant by trade. And so when I said to Mum, I saw a guy on the bus with the briefcase. He had a briefcase and half a litre of milk. So interesting. And
combination.
in the same hand. Yeah. I was like, okay. And I was like, Mum, you know what? I want a briefcase. That's my new handbag. So we went searching for one. And I didn't go to the op shop, so I went to a normal store. We were searching for ages. Found one. And I said to the ladies, I'm not leaving until you guys do the coding. And the coding is his birthday.
Wow.
And then when I started at work, and I got it 6 months after I started this new job in tech, and it's my handbag, so I started taking it with me everywhere and everywhere.
It's interesting. You're a female and you're in tech. Now, taking back to when you were growing up with your dad, was that an ideal employment that your dad pushed for you, or would he prefer you to be a doctor or lawyer?
No, I became a consultant. I kind of just took, I wanted to study politics. I think I wanted to do international relations and thought I could change the world, ideal. And my parents were like, no, you have to study business. And then I didn't really know what to be. And then unfortunately he got sick when I was figuring that out.
I see.
Yeah.
But trying to get into the tech space is not... you've got to be the technical person.
Correct.
But you went the consultant way.
I accidentally got into this world. So I left consulting and I went to America on an Eat, Pray, Love journey, as you do. And I came back and I was like, where can I work? And I was like, fintech looks interesting because I needed money to pay for bills. And I said to this tech recruitment company, can you help me find a job? And they're like, we really like you. Why don't you join us? And I was like, okay. And they go, do us a pitch deck from seed to D. And I was like, what is a seed? Is that a plant? Like, I don't know what a seed is.
Oh, yeah.
And then I created these services because I did everything apart from recruitment.
Yeah.
And they said, how did you do this? And I said, my job is to get a lot of information and make it useful.
It's interesting to see a female in the tech industry because a lot of people I speak to are male and they come across as very, say, nerdy and geeky. I mean, that's a compliment way, right? And yet here you are, like you're telling us that you're in fintech, this and that, and you look quite groovy, fashionable for someone who's in fintech.
Not your typical look.
Yes, correct. So how you find that? Did you find that there's a lot of challenges to get into the industry?
Yeah, I accidentally got in there because someone saw potential in me, which is the work that I do is, if you bring something to the table, people want you in the room.
Yeah.
100%.
And so they saw something and I had no idea and I was really curious and I just got to know this world and started my own thing 2 years ago in the tech space. And I think tech is like any business. You need commercial as well as you need the super technical engineering side.
So
Okay, let's talk about the briefcase effect. Tell us more about the briefcase.
But she's an author too, isn't she? She's
Yeah.
an author of the briefcase
Yes.
effect. So you actually wrote a book about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of was overwhelmed because I only bought the briefcase because I missed my dad and everyone kept asking about it. And I was like, I need to come up with another story because the dad story is quite sad. So they're like, what's inside it? Because like you say, I'm a young female, if anyone doesn't see what I look like. I'm a young brown female.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't look normal for me to carry a briefcase because it's usually held by men in powerful positions. And as everyone kept asking and they got really disappointed when they found period pads and lip gloss in there. I was like, this is my handbag. And they're like, what?
Plus the kitchen sink.
yeah. I was like, this is my handbag, guys.
You could have at least put in like a laptop.
I did put a laptop.
A
laptop books. But I also put in things
Your
that
lunch.
you find in a woman's bag. We're in there.
But a
Because I'm a woman.
briefcase, carrying it around, it's quite heavy, isn't it?
It is. It's probably the most. It's like I didn't realize I created this hack where all the men want to carry it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, go ahead. Like that's awesome.
Did all the men ever ask you, can I open up your suitcase?
Briefcase.
your
I've had some cheeky comments about what's inside
Yeah.
the briefcase. Wink, wink.
yeah, that's right.
But then I created a story around it, and I found the briefcase effect was the start of me really coming out into my own understanding how the commercial world works, where it's not about getting a job and getting noticed and getting promoted. It's about making the right connections and network outside of your job and building a brand about yourself. So I think the briefcase started that for me, and then I wanted to teach others about that too. So
Take you back to the briefcase. So when you hold on to this briefcase, what's the first thing that goes into your mind?
it just feels like my dad's with me at work.
Okay.
So, and then it became this massive brand, which I just was so not expected. So the one-liner for the book is, how do you become a magnet for amazing people and opportunities and detract the wrong kind of people?
Well, you are surrounded by amazing people because you're in the studio here with Valentina and myself and the three Quirks and Turk. So you definitely attracted the right people into your world.
Yeah,
So-
this is my signal. So
Ah,
thank
so-
you for having me.
Yeah. But also, because I've met Vinisha, it's through Joseph as well, Joseph Fam. So if you're listening, thank you. Because it's so appreciative to meet someone that's so fresh, so vibrant, and someone who actually has a vision, because you're also in the mental space,
Yes.
mental wellness space. So,
Yes.
but also helping people understand about their brand identity. Let's talk about that. Why do you want to help people in their brand identity?
I was so sick of the wrong kind of people getting ahead, like the confidently incompetent sociopaths and predators in positions of power, and people being told, be more confident to get ahead. The world doesn't work like that. So I wanted to give an alternative, and I created this technique based on my own business, because when I was in recruitment, I didn't do recruitment, but I kept hearing, love your job. And I think that's really toxic.
Oh my God.
It's so toxic and so privileged to be like, love you. Most people don't love their job, and not all the time, and that's
Exactly.
fine. So what are you really good at? What makes you money from that? And how does that drive what you care about? And people wanted me to talk at things. And so I would do these one-to-one sessions where I'd pull someone apart and get them really clear on their brand. So think of the book, How to Make Friends and Influence People, and the Japanese concept of ikigai, come together, have a baby, and create a modern-day version of how you operate in the world.
Fantastic.
Let's hold that thought, Vinisha, and we'll come back and explore a bit more about that branding, because I guess that's very important, because branding can associate with your personal life, branding can associate with your business life. So let's share that with our listeners. So let's get a break. You are tuning in with the 3 Quirks and Turk 89.3 FM. I just want to do a quick shout out to the ideal destination. We've been overseas in Vietnam for the last week or so, and I do know that, Vinisha, you haven't been to Vietnam, have you?
Not yet.
You haven't, not yet. So
You have to.
can I say you're missing out? And like, at the end of the day, Vietnam is actually the top destination at the moment. There's like on the 4th list of destination that all the Aussies are arriving and touring Vietnam.
Yeah.
And like the quick shout out to Grand Hyatt Hotel at Queen Yang. They've been very supportive of the tourism industry, but also when we were there, Queen Yang is definitely like the Gold Coast. Now our Gold Coast is packed. There's so many people. This place, it's like hidden gem. The water is crystal clear. You can jump in the water. It's warm every day. You go for a walk. You go to the beach. You walk down to the beach, have a shandy, have a beer, and it's still so warm. And at the end of the day, it's so many Aussies are beginning to discover this hidden gem. And Vinisha, I recommend you that you need to pack your briefcase and you gotta fly over there and check it
And
out.
swimmers too.
And your swimmers, right?
They'll
and your
fit,
swimmers
they'll
as
fit,
well.
they'll fit in there.
Yeah. So definitely thank you to Miss Happy and Miss Lang for looking after the Australian tourism group, and we definitely recommend us Aussies to visit Quang Yang and also Zai Lai Tourism, and definitely a place, hot destination that we need to visit. Now, coming back to our topic today, it's actually Men's Health Week, and definitely a message out there that we need to take care of ourselves a bit more. And this is something that really annoys me, right? When you talk to a lot of men and how's your day? And the response is, I've been working 12 hours a day. I've been working 7 days a week. And my response is, get off your bloody backs. Get off your backside, mate. Look after your health. There's more to life than just work. There's family, your life, and your health. You agree with me, ladies?
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many things that we don't want to talk about. So I think men should talk more in general, the way that women talk to each other.
Yeah, why is that? Vinisha, why is it, do you think, that we don't talk about a problem? And men's rate of suicide is actually quite high as well.
Yeah, we're losing 7 to 8 men per day, but they say that's actually more in Australia. It's the biggest killer for young people.
Yeah.
I think men are designed to compete and hunt.
Yeah.
So you hunt for your prey, you hunt for your cave, you hunt for your person. It's the same when you're hunting for a job. And if you show weakness, that means it equals death.
Yeah.
So I think men are designed to compete, and weakness shows that someone will take something from you.
So what's your message, though? What's the message in this space?
My message is I want to work with men on the breakup space and show up for each other the way that women show up for each other. Not in the exact same way, obviously, because we're designed differently, but you don't have to go through things alone. There is a chance that someone else is probably going through the same thing, and you don't have to have the answers. Sometimes all you need is just to sit with them.
Yeah. Is that, you agree with that, Valentina? I mean, do you feel we don't talk enough? I mean, I'm pretty shy as well. Like, I'm very shy. I don't talk a lot. And I think a lot of men are like that. When it comes to their problem, they just don't want to talk about the damn problem. So what will be your encouragement? Like, if a guy talks to you about their problem, do you look down at him and think he's weak?
No, actually, I think the opposite, because vulnerability is superpower.
Okay.
And it helps open up other men to be vulnerable, to hold space for each other. And that is the biggest problem when they go out. They don't talk about it, but it takes one person just to open up and say, I'm not 100% here, I need help, this is what I'm going through. And then that holds space for other men to go, I want to talk about my problems too. And it just takes one person to do that. And if they hear about, say, for example, because Vinisha, you're in the middle of creating Breakup Buddy app, right?
Yeah.
So, when they hear that they're getting help and that they have the permission and allowed to receive help, that's the thing. They want permission. So tell us about Breakup Buddy.
Yeah, without being emasculated. I think the way I want to solve the problem, we're losing 7 to 9 men per day to suicide in Australia. Men who go through breakups or divorce are 8 times more likely to commit suicide. So the way I want to address it is in the breakup divorce space. So you fill out a questionnaire based on what kind of breakup you're going through. You have a change management plan, and then you get a bunch of guys who know about your plan and check in on you as your anchors, and you have a bunch of resources. It's finite. It goes for 12 weeks, and I'm in the process of building that after my own messed up divorce. But actually what I've found that the gap is men supporting each other. And so the 4 problems I want to solve with this that I'm seeing continually in our society is reduce male suicide, reduce male loneliness. So instead of asking, how are you, which is the most terrible question.
So true. As if they're going to tell you, I have so
I'm
much
broken.
I'm broken inside. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm going through the most litigious war
Correct.
thing. So
Correct.
I want to give like a way you can have a conversation, something a bit more constructive. I want to reduce domestic violence because obviously if you're emotionally overwhelmed or angry, it leads to violence because you're not thinking.
But when you talk about domestic violence, can I interfere here?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
of
like,
course.
A lot of people think domestic violence is committed by men. Do you know that a lot of domestic violence are also committed through same-sex marriage?
Yeah.
I didn't believe that.
Yeah.
I found out the stats like 2 years ago when there has been a lot of reports, right? And they were saying it's not just man and woman, it's actually same-sex marriage also commit domestic violence as well. And that is quite high. So here
it's human.
Correct. We're saying we're human, and whether you're a male or female, we all commit domestic violence, and that's got to stop. We need to talk about it. Yeah.
And domestic violence is beyond physically hitting as well. Like it's coercive
verbally,
control,
mentally as well.
financial. But the other thing that I'm finding, and I think really timely to talk about, the other thing I want to really take away pipeline from is the manosphere content, which is the extremism of men. And manosphere can only thrive, the supply can only come from demand. There are spaces where men are seeking answers. And what's filling that pipeline?
Young men too.
Young men. Because the roles are changing so rapidly from what they're traditionally known as, the manosphere has stepped in, which is the extremism content, which starts out as like, you know, if you're going through a tough time, you know, say women are terrible, or you're like, you need to go to the gym more, you need to do this, but they're just seeking validation and support. And I'm trying to take away that pipeline and actually put it to something constructive with other healthy men. So I'm not saying go to women, I'm saying support each other in a constructive way.
Let's go back to this app. So what does this app looks like, and how is it going to resolve this issue?
Yeah, so it's through care. So we're going to use tech to create a project plan or a change management plan that has recommendations based on go to the doctor, go to a clinic, go to whatever health thing you're really related to, or go to the footy, or whatever your interest is. And also, what do you need for the lawyers? But the kicker is the anchors. It's the guys that will check in on you based on a plan. So you'll have 3 to 5 men that check in on you, and then their KPI is to check in 3 times a week based on your plan. Like, hey, I saw that you did that thing, that check in. Do you want to meet up for a coffee? Hey, it's week 3. There's 3 of us going to the footy. Do you want to join? Now, the biggest thing for men is to not lose agency and autonomy over their own journey, but at least there's someone checking in on you, and at least the resources that are coming to you are not toxic, they're not pyramid schemey. It's all about you recovering from something quite traumatic in a 12-week plan.
So here's a...
What I actually hear in that as well, it's about connection and community. That's what you're building out of it, because these men are alone. Vulnerable. And, you know, when you're with people, you've got that someone's anchoring you constantly, which is nice.
Yeah. And another issues that I have with this whole thing with social media, I mean, we touch base on young teenagers, right? A lot of young teenagers are on social media every day, so they're addicted to that, and they're committing crimes, depression, anxiety. Now, over the years, I've been speaking to a lot of tech, and we interview 1 or 2 on our station, and it's that they're relying on tech to resolve depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
Personally, I think, how can you resolve human emotion, humans' disaster, humans' darkest moment by using tech? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's nudges with tech. I think you enable through tech. I think you still need the people element, but you need the right kind of people around you with a language that can be supportive. So tech actually takes down the costs of things. So AI can help me create a project plan within a minute from data inputs that you provide that normally a human would have to go through a plan with you. But then the actual kicker, or the thing that actually holds you, is it's a human person checking in on you based against a plan of what's worked really well with others who are in a very similar scenario. A breakup is quite a common scenario that goes across all humans.
Yeah.
So I think things are enabled and enhanced with technology, but at the end of the day, you have to take responsibility for what you go through and surround yourself with a good circle. But some people have never had that.
Yeah,
you
true,
know.
true.
When you find that space of a community, right? It really opens a lot of doors. It opens up your mind, and you're not alone thinking about that same thought pattern. And somebody's there to help interrupt that brain pattern.
Another thing I want to say for why I'm focusing on men is it tends to, with a lot of marriage breakdowns or relationship breakdowns, you lose your social structures. So it usually tends to be women that tend to hold the relationships. And so when they're going through something like this, they tend to lose a lot of their social structures.
true.
So they don't even know how to ask for the help or what they need because they don't know.
So true.
And then people are taking sides, and then women will tend to find support with one another. Obviously, it depends on the DV scenario as well. But for the everyday, a lot of everyday guys, it's just a map.
Yeah, I mean, speaking from a male's perspective, and you touch base on male, we are hunters and we're gatherers, and a lot of male these days, that's all they know about. Even though they have family and kids, right? All they focus on is hunting, working hard, provide for the family. So when they go through divorce, you can see why they get lonely and they get depressed and they want to commit suicide, because the kids will tend to be more closer to the mother, because the kids has always been with the mother. The father never really had that connection and that time with the kids. So my point here is that men out there, you need to find a balance. You need to find a balance between work. You need to find a balance between friends, wife, and kids. Because at the end of the day, life is so short. Kids will grow up, and then you're focusing on your work and that, and then when time comes, you're on your own.
I think this is where leaning in, because I think if I look at it from the parents' point of view, everyone's so stressed. Like cost of living is going up.
Yeah.
Everyone is just pushed. So the whole leaning in on each other, that I'm struggling, and just knowing that someone's there when it is a tough moment, and that people can step in, so it doesn't have to go to an extreme point. Because usually a breakup happens after multiple things have happened, and that tends to be the icing on the cake, which drives people to suicide or really dark places. When actually there were a lot of signals in the lead up. So if you are overwhelmed, which so many people are, we call it the sandwich generation, where they're looking after elderly, they're looking after the young, they're trying to keep sane, trying to drink water, you're trying to exercise, and you're trying to live with cost of living, and then technology's taking over everything. So of course, like work-life balance is hard, but that's where you lean on each other and support one another and see if someone can look after the kids, so you can just go away for like 2 hours and breathe. Like, this is the things that community do for each other that we're not getting a chance to
Why
do.
did I call it a sandwich generation? Why can't I call it like kebab generation? Or why can't I call it like stir-fry generation? Why a bloody sandwich generation?
Isn't sandwiches everywhere?
Where's this terminology come from?
Squashed.
Squashed.
No, I have to admit, I mean, there's a lot of different arena, like community male groups. Like we were talking about the woodwork where men come together.
Man shed,
yeah. You know, there's places like
Men
that.
table.
Men table,
And so
yeah.
this program would work with existing men's groups.
Will
so
they?
it's not
There you go.
taking away. Yeah, the anchors have to come from these groups. Right now, how men are solving this problem, because I've had this idea for 6 years, is that they're leading it on their mates, but their mates don't have always the time nor the knowledge of the how to navigate.
Exactly.
So they're just kind of fumbling through it, because it's not replacing therapy at all. But it's like, how do you lean into those dark moments, at least with a map? And then you work with, so the thing with these men's groups, unless there's a direction, you're kind of just hanging out and figuring it out. So this is kind of just an anchored direction towards how to process a breakup through the normal grieving cycle. But it's a collaborative effort. Like, this is done with men for men, kind of thing.
So you would collaborate with men table,
Absolutely.
yeah.
This is not my own mission. I will work through me, but it's product led, and it's the anchors that I connect with the men, not me. The plan is through me, like through AI, and then the men is supporting the other men. They don't interact with me unless it's like the beginning, the pilot and stuff, just to get them onboarded. But otherwise, it's community leaning in a community.
And it's you're starting to, I mean, the target, it's male audience. Are you looking at helping females in this?
Yeah, so the females are more orientated towards the plan. But I tend to find that the anchors, women will show up for one another, because I built this off from my own horrific divorce. and I built Breakup Buddy for myself. So where is a place to congregate all the Spotify podcasts I was listening to and the books I was reading and stuff I was writing about, how you navigate social media, how do you deal with work stuff. So I started writing for me. But I think what I found the gap is that women are not having to be emotionally there for men in the same way because we're not forced to marry them like we used to. So I think women were carrying a lot of the emotional load for men because we had to.
Yeah.
And now that's not the case. So women, all we needed was the financial door. Now we have that, or starting to get that.
Yeah.
Which means now men are having to learn the emotional muscle because they relied. And so what they traditionally do now is if they have a divorce, they just find another young person, another young girl to lean in on.
But then that young girl doesn't always seems to be the emotional anchor that he needs as well. I mean, like young girls.
It doesn't change.
No, it doesn't change.
And they get, if anything, it makes it worse.
Worse, correct. You know, so what are you looking at me for? What are you staring at me for, Valentina?
I was just looking.
Trust me, I've been there. They actually become worse. They're actually worse, you know.
Well, you're looking for a Band-Aid, right? And
Correct.
we're all just trying to just seek in this hard world some
Correct.
softness and warmth. And that's what this is providing, is structure and warmth.
That's correct. Okay, you are tuning in with the 3 Quirks and Turk. It's Friday.
Why be moody?
You can shake your booty.
Woo!
All right, Valentino.
Shake.
It's about time we get quirky with our guest, Vinisha,
It's a quirky
right?
question
yes.
time.
Let's get some quirky question time.
And
I
this
think
is
she's
only-
up to it.
Yeah, she's so up to it. I mean, this is fun. This is light.
And if she doesn't
questions.
like it, we just shut the bloody door, mate. Either way.
No, it should be fine. No, she'll just open her briefcase.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you wrote a book about on the briefcase effect.
Mm.
I have to ask, what is actually in the briefcase?
In the briefcase?
Yeah.
So how do you become a magnet for amazing people?
I thought you were going to tell me, Fizzy, what's in your briefcase. Okay, hold it right there. Hold it right there. All right, go back to that.
How do you become a magnet for amazing people
Yes,
and
yes.
attract the wrong ones? So that's what's in there.
Okay.
Magic.
So it's a quirky segment. Let's get to know you. So what's your favourite colour, Vinisha?
Turquoise, the colour of the book.
Oh, I love turquoise. And your favourite food?
Ooh, I love leek.
Leek. I swear.
Oh my God, guys.
Over the years, I've asked so many people this question. No one ever come up with, I love leek.
You must love
have
leek
the
pie.
leek. I have a leek lovers society. There's 17 of us.
No way.
There's 17 of
Are
us
you
on
serious?
WhatsApp.
It's still growing.
Yeah, 17 of us on WhatsApp. We just share recipes and leek memes.
Oh my God.
I'm not even joking. It's in my book.
Your favourite music?
Depends on my mood.
Uh-huh.
Deep house trance, Bollywood, Arab, deep techno. Like, just really depends on my mood.
Okay, and last question, which is, if you could only give one piece of advice to your younger self, in a single sentence, what would it be?
I think you've got this. I think
You
the world's
got this.
Yeah, you got this. The world's gonna tell you shit, but you're not.
You got this. All right, what's up? What's coming up now for you,
Yeah.
which is the World Cup?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I am the program lead for the world's largest pitch competition, which is run by Pegasus Tech Ventures, a Silicon Valley-based VC, venture capital group. And they partner all around the world with local startup groups. And we have the Australian contract. So Startup World Cup we had one in May. We have the big event, the big pitch night, on the 17th of June, and then in Queensland on the 9th of July. So I'm responsible for finding the startups. I help judges who are seasoned investors select the top 10, and then that night they get to choose who gets to go to the US and pitch in front of hundreds and hundreds of investors and founders.
And how much are tickets?
About $30-$40 to come.
Where can they?
So startup and angels.com.au or Startup World Cup. If you look that up, you'll go straight to the link for the event for the Startup World Cup. So,
Amazing. What's your social? What's your social handles?
yeah, so my Instagram is VINII _SHAR. I know it's not really the most simple one, is it? Vinisha. And then I'm on LinkedIn, so Vinisha Rathod. I have a briefcase on there, so you can find it.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my main one, Instagram. And TikTok, you'll find me with Vinisha Briefcase Effect.
Nice.
You are busy, girl. I love it. We love your mission, love your vision. You keep doing what you're doing.
It's
Get
all about the
yourself out there.
platform. Like you said, get out of talking and more doing, I think.
And you got this.
I
so got this.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, so definitely keep us in the loop and let us know what's going on in your life. And then we'd love to invite Vinisha back into the studio again.
100%.
Oh,
After the World Cup,
yeah. Yeah. I'd love that.
So that'd be really good. So what's your plan for the Kings weekend, by the way?
Oh, I'm working.
Are you serious?
I'm working.
You work hard.
Startup. The founders don't sleep, nor do I.
No. Make sure you take care of yourself as well. You don't want to overwork.
Some vivid. We'll do some vivid.
Correct. Folks, you are tuning in with the 3 Quirks and Turk 89.3 FM. Let's get another break. Make sure that you are driving home safely. It is King's weekend holiday. Do not drink and drive, and we'll be right back after this.